Hello, welcome back to the Speaking of Tea podcast, where we talk all things tea, poetry, and the lifestyle surrounding the two of them. My name is Rochelle, and I am a lifestyle coach, a healer specializing in tea ceremony with Gong Fu Cha. I started this podcast about a year ago now, and it was so that I had the chance to talk all things like I just said, all the topics before that. It's been a journey, and I have been taking the past couple of months off, not exactly intentionally, but sometimes you just gotta let the summer take hold of you, take you for a ride. And most of you around me will know that I have also been working on a whole bunch of things with my poetry coaching, my Pen to Soul program, that is a 2-month writing art therapy journey that you work with me. And it's a great way for addressing your inner self and maybe traumas, things that really need to come out of you, to write poetry, to move through those things. And it's been incredible being able to start serving some clients with all of this. You may have been hearing about it in my previous podcast before this summer, and it's just been a fantastic journey. I have some exciting things coming up for you today, and I just kind of wanted to record a quick podcast to, let's say, just get in the swing of things. Let's be real. I've been totally out of touch from this art form. But the summer has been really great. I have had the opportunity to get on a few different stages. There's a Salmon Fest in Port Alberni that was just beginning of September, and couple weekends ago there was the medieval fair out in Coombs, and I got an hour up there, and then I just got to bard around the place and do poetry in the gazebo or on the bard fire. I'm giggling because maybe not everyone's going to understand what a bard fire is. Now let's just reel back. The bards in the medieval times are the entertainers. These are the singers, the dancers, the musicians, the poets, storytellers. So let's say I'm part of them because I'm obviously a poet and I'm a vocalist too, and a drummer. So the bard fires where everyone sits around and shares with each other. That was exciting. Of course, I meant to be talking about being on the stage, and that was great too. I really love when I get the right nod, the expression from somebody in the audience when they hear what I'm saying. And I know you know what I mean when I say hear it. So anyway, just a little reflection there. I guess this was only just now in September. What have I been doing? All of July and August, I've been living life, man. Oh, from river float, I guess only one, but going to the beach quite a bit out in Sprout Lake has been wonderful. I've been doing a lot of karaoke and open micing, so, the musical life has certainly been alive for me. Of course, been practicing tea. That's not even a question. Have I been selling very much tea? A lot of people have been asking me that. No, not necessarily. Because I've been putting a lot of focus in the in this poetry business. All the programs that I'm creating, tea is serving me in the way that it is absolutely nourishing my soul. And at this time, just haven't been, focusing on Mecha tea as the business. I'm going to be coming back around to it. And, it's been really lovely being able to truly intertwine Gong Fu Cha with my other healing services. So with I call them medicinal writing sessions because you can actually book that with me. The medicinal writing sessions are a way to just address something that's in your soul. Maybe something that doesn't know how to come out or doesn't know how to appear in poetry, but you know that there's an essence that's sitting there. And it's a great way to open up your heart through kind of journaling, but poetry writing really is an expression of your soul. So I do have specific sessions for that. That if you go on the mechatpoet.com website, you can find the medicinal writing session. But then in the Pen to Soul long form program. Each session I'm just calling the medicinal writing. So anyways, to the point there. When you have a session with me in person, I'll be serving tea. Put it simply like that. And who better to steep the tea than me? Okay, well, let me tell you. Not that I'm egotistical about my tea steeping, but I am a fantastic steeper. Yeah. It's like I can't even take myself seriously saying that. But the art of Gong Fu Cha is having these beautiful, rich teas and moving through the first steeps and smelling the leaves, and then the multiple steeps that taste a little bit different and develop, and as the tea leaves and the steep tea is developing flavor, you are also waking up and calming and becoming alert, but moving with her spirit more and more. I love tea. Okay, but here's the thing. I have to admit, I have been a little disconnected from tea this week. And I hate to admit it, but it's true. And this is to hold me accountable for returning to the majestic leaf. Now that I haven't had any tea these past 5 days, but I've actually been having a lot of coffee, and the awakeness, alertness, stimulation that I'm getting from it has been a little bit physically addicting after even like 3 days. So I am looking to move back into harmony with the leaf instead of this. Hey, it's a lovely bean. I do love you, coffee, but tea really has my heart in a different way. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I don't know what this sounds like I'm like breaking up with coffee. Anyways. I have been looking at ordering some pour in, actually, because now we have some, Year of the Snake. It's the Year of the Snake this year. So there is some pour that's being made, but I also never even picked up any from last year, the Year of the Dragon. So I just really like having tea cakes that have a label with the animal year. It's just becoming a thing for me. I think the first one I've been kind of like getting was probably the 2019. Oh yeah, the big cake, the one with the pig on it, spring something. There is a video of me way back. You can scroll back in my YouTube channel that I was using a sword to cut that tea cake. I'm like, this one's giant. It's 400 grams. How am I going to use a pick? You know what's more appropriate? A sword. It's silly. You'll enjoy that. Yeah, go for a quest and find that video. Anyway, then I had can't remember the name of it. A rat cake. And then what's next after the rat? Was that tiger? 2021? No, ox. Ox is 2021. 2022 was the tiger, right? Am I on track here? Right? Rabbit was 23. Dragon was 24. 25 now is the snake. I'm on this. See, I really love... I've never really kept track, of the animal years until now. How many years did I just name? 6 or 7? I've never really been, keeping track of the years, but the tea cakes have been helping me because I'm associating the number year with the animal, and now I'm going to have this memorized, and I'm also pretty close to having the Zodiacs memorized in order to, I don't know, I think a lot about them and study them and everything. but the actual remembering, now I'm categorizing it. Now this can help you if you're like want to be understanding the astrology stuff better, memorizing. So here's my strategy here. Okay. So so the year starts with fire, right? Aries. Then so it's fire, earth, air, water, right? So then there's 3 rotations of that throughout the year. So then start making the associations with the order of the elements that each of the signs appear in. And then just remember that there's 3 of each sign. So work up from there. I'm not going to name them. That's partially don't want to get it wrong. Partially don't feel like thinking about it. So there. I also must admit I am having this like chamomile blend that actually has like some CBD in it. So yeah. Again, this podcast today is to hold me accountable for continuing being regular on the podcast and also coming back to the majestic leaf, because this isn't it. She's nice. You know, she's going to do her job, but yeah, I'm going to get it back on track. Yeah, I'm on track with a lot of things in my life too. I am planning out a poetry membership too. And oh yes, what's exciting is a poetry contest that I'm putting together. Right now, I started a publishing company. It's officially registered, called Peacock Poetry Publishing. Oh, alliteration. So the idea of it is obviously to be publishing people's poetry books, and once they go through my coaching programs, produce a whole bunch of poetry, we publish the book. Mwah. Or, you know, at least if you have a lot of old works you need to put together, review, work with a coach, you know, have a second set of eyes and diverse sense of opinions and other ways that I can kind of give clarity to helping you find your true voice in your work. I want to publish people's books that are as best as they can be, right? Like, I personally have edited my own work, but still sometimes with the odd typo or odd word mixed there, here or there. You know, I also could have used somebody else's set of eyes. And eventually I'm correcting the mistakes, updating the books online, so when the new ones are ordered, they're up to date. But yeah, a lot of people are just simply more uncertain about their words and their work. And having a coach can really help to clarify things and build the confidence that it takes to even put the book out there. I'm just a crazy nutter of an Aquarius, so I went for it, but that's why I want to lead and guide in people towards doing that for themselves, because it feels so damn good to have a book. Anyway, I went off track again. Did I mention ADHD? ADHD. So, the poetry contest is an opportunity to submit up to 3 poems to be published in a collective. So that's really exciting. I am really excited to see what people have to submit and offer. It's going to be really cool to see this collective come together. That's as much I'm going to give right now on this topic, but I just wanted to express that excitement. So, all right. So here's another thing I wanted to share. I have a poem that I wrote to finish this last journal. I was in this place where I was finishing reading a novel. That's The 13th Tale. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. For a book lover, like it's beautifully written. Anyway, so I was kind of finishing up this novel as well as finishing up a journal that I've been working through for like 3.5 months. So it was kind of this like ending point with these two different elements in my life. So, I don't know. I wrote this. It's unedited. This is just raw, but let's see. Starts with more of a prompt than a title here. Fall into a space of intuition, where light language and honesty speaks. Circles help us to arrive at our destiny. Surrounded by such consciousness, developing our keen sense of awareness, where nothing slips through the cracks, besides the energy which holds us back. See? I can rhyme. Neither hither nor hather, allow the mind to bloom. Bodies are the sacred vessel. When you sit still, meditate. What does it reveal? Truth goes rushing through you, storms unknown start to brew. Deep down inside, the source whispers, echoing up through your being. Quiet down enough to listen. The first word that comes to mind, terror. Spellbinding beauty woven into the threads of humanity. Have I written these words before? Repetition perhaps makes them more real. Must wonder what is real, when words are words strung from our imagination, just because it's been written makes it truer than in my head? I love little pieces that actually end off with a question, something to get you thinking afterwards. Is something true because it is there before you? Because reality tells you that because you see my lips move and me speak, you're experiencing me as this animated human. Is it more real than something you've imagined in your head? Some people might have a hard time sleeping tonight because of that. Yeah, I'm very glad to be back on here recording a podcast. It feels really good for me, but I'm going to start making them a little bit shorter and kind of see where that goes. Some might just end up being an hour because I have a lot of fun on here. But it's probably easier to digest when there's just shorter snippets of podcasts. So we'll see. Anyways, I was just also thinking about honoring this change of season. It's Mabon / fall equinox, also the beginning of Libra season. Oh, I love the idea of a Libra because I'm an air sign and it's another air sign. It is signified by balance. I find myself kind of enjoying the weather getting a little bit cooler, and I don't know. I guess I'm still dressing in summer clothes and everything. But there is something a little bit more romantic about the autumn that I just love the feel of. From a crazy, wild summer with some rambunctious adventures, I'm starting to slow down into, well, I just read a 400-page novel since within 2 weeks. That felt really nice. Just kind of give myself the time to feel like I can give myself time to do that. And remembering that, even when I'm spending time doom scrolling and I feel like I'm learning through social media, through other people, at the same time, you can still find yourself drowning and, well, not drowning, that's a little bit dramatic. But still getting stuck in watching reels and la la la, right? It's nice to remember I can just pull away and pick up a book, because instead of like the quick little firing synopses in our head that is what's the word? Like the feeling the sense of reward for, or like in a video game when you like level up and you move, like every new little video or thing that you open up is like a whole new little story, right? It's nice to engage in a full-length story that's really grabbing your attention, you can think about. Anyway, that's something that's arrived from me for reading that novel, and I guess I'm just going to need another one soon because, yeah, I don't have a a next one. But there's tons of books around me. Back here, that's all my journals. But there are a lot of novels, and I can probably pick another one. Anyways, that's all for me to worry about, not you. But maybe in the next one, I will tell you about the next book that I'm reading and give you little thoughts on it. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you for listening. I guess I don't know how to end this again. So I'll be back very soon with the next podcast episode. And have yourself a lovely day wherever you are, whenever you come to listen to this. All right, cheers.